Oh no! I've done it again. I've worn a green screen, a green t-shirt. Well, it's the same one, isn't it? Oh, you dimwit! Ah, poo. Um. Oh well. Never mind. Oh, hi, hi, hi. Wow, there's professionalism gone right out the window, isn't it? Right, okay, so we're going to do a bit of ground again. Hopefully we're actually going to get some flipping traffic today. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, you can't have everything. I'm going to do the shameless plug to my channel. By doing that. That's what I want. Oh no, I need to do the Google short URL. Google URL shortener. So we'll click some of that, we'll click some of that, we'll click some of that, copy that to the clipboard at there. Okay, shameless plug. Train control's not on, we've got no air control on, so there we go, we're in like sin. We will set East Mids as the active runway, as the active airfield, sorry. So we get the METAR up, winds are 29016, geez. Yeah, it is quite windy actually, I've just been out past East Midlands, looking at a new site for putting some honeybees, and thinking myself and my partner in crime, Ollie, we're looking at potentially getting some bees and doing a bit of a what's it called? A video series on us setting up our apiary and looking after our bees and all that sort of thing. It'll be on a separate channel, but I'll publicise it here shamelessly again to get more views. Yeah, if there's something you're interested in, there in the chat, put some questions and comments and all that sort of goodness. So stream health is utter diabolical as per usual. So here we are. So if you were with us yesterday, I took you through Euroscope. This is not intended to be a Euroscope tutorial, but I'll talk through the bits and pieces that I know. I'm by no means an expert, but I'm not too bad with it, I suppose. Not too bad. So at the moment we've got no traffic, so we can see no planes. If I zoom out, no, I can see none at all. So this is us at East Mids. I can actually see other airfields. So we've got Manchester here, Liverpool. There's Heathrow, that big blob in the middle. Doesn't actually show us the airfield, but all the holding points and stand numbers and stuff. We've got Gatwick. But if I signed on to one of those, you know, I would get a proper nice little picture like this with all the taxiways populated. And we'll talk a bit about that when the time comes. I need to make sure actually that I've got my hardware set up, which I have not. So we're using the Samsung Meteor. We'll use direct sound, the backup. Can't quite see what that says because that's gone off the thing. We'll use that as the backup. And that is the backup. Push to talk is the reverse quote. That's fine. Happy days. We've got NX, transmit and receive for voice and text. Awesome source. That's what we want. We see Birmingham radar is on as well. Gatwick delivery ground tower radar are on. Heathrow tower is on. Manchester ground and towers on. Newcastle ground is on. Glasgow ground and tower is on. And of course now, if you go to Vatsim or whatever your client choice is, you will see that East Midlands Tower is on. Yay! Wee. Lovely jubbly. So I'm hoping we get some traffic. We do have one inbound flight actually. I need to set up Vatsim, who is leaving Innsbruck. Ryanair is currently still on the ground at Innsbruck. That's Mr. Charlie Herdman. So he's not on our screen yet because he's not even close. I'm going to load my aliases in. And there we go. So I can do the command .on. Hello everybody, East Midlands ground is online, and that's an inter-ATC communication. You won't see that through vPilot or anything like that. And it's purely for communication between air traffic controllers. So now we play the waiting game, and actually what I intend on doing during this stream is having a bit of a tidy up. Certainly let's do that whilst it's quiet, and then hopefully we'll get a bit of traffic, and then I'll knock on the head the tidying if I'm not already bored of it by then, and we can concentrate on the controlling. Oh, you bugger, that's heavy. Oh, this is it's a variable transformer, so you can UK mains is 240-ish, 250-ish volts AC, and this allows you to select a voltage lower than that. Quite handy. This is for work, obviously. This has been made not particularly well. There's a really sharp corner here. There's a really sharp corner there. I'm going to have to get a file on that. That's going to hurt. Rating 10 amps, input 240 volts, output 0 to 270 volts. Will actually slightly boost then. But they've not built this particularly well because this dial actually twiddles more than it should. But it looks like there's just 4 bolts there. 2 on the side might actually just be mounting the transformer, but those 4 bolts. No, I am going to have to take those side ones off. Where they put the gland, the actual gland, the hole they've drilled for the gland is bigger than the actual gland itself. That's a bit chintzy. Brute force that into position. Oi, 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 oi. That's quite heavy. Just a quick checky on that. Yeah, and we've got a nice terminal block here, 10 amp fuse. That'll do, and it's on a big, nice, feels like a rubber lead actually. That feels like a rubber, that's quite a nice cable, that is. Let's see what it says on it. It's quite chunky. VDE. Yeah. It's only 1.5mm wire, so that is, it doesn't need to be any more than that for 13 amps, but that is quite chunky. Yeah, quite a nice bit of kit. I need to find somewhere I can get that on my desk in the Empire of Dirt, as AV would call it. Oh. So first of all, let's do that. That might fix my green screen. That's just rotated the camera. Oh, it has. Well, fixed it in terms of it not cutting off, having a funny bit on this side. I need to set up some more tables and stuff in here because I've got too much stuff for the amount of, oh bloody hell, for the amount of space available to me. Thinking I've got a set of drawers there. They're not going to be easy to manoeuvre, but I think the right thing will be to put them in there. Jesus, that's heavy. Hey. Not weak, but flipping heck, that's not light. Let's let's get rid of some of this rubbish. Oh, sorry if you're wearing headphones. This is going to be... It's alright, I'm nearly done. I'm nearly done. Right. I hope the mic's clipping that. No, it's not. Right, done. Let me go and lob this in the bin. BRB, as they say. Right. Winner. Oh, I should have put that in. Oh, crap. I should have just been today. Now, what do I want under here? That chest of drawers, or that table drawers, ain't gonna fit. Label. I need a tape. Tape. Bit of office rearranging live on stream, and you can't see any of it. Fantastic. What's that? 720mm. And that's, yeah, no, that's no fucking good. Right, so that plan goes straight out the window once it came. What I want to do is coffee table. There. Out of play. Go. Random duvet down here, because why would you not have a duvet in your office? That can get piled up on there precariously until it falls over. There's a ping pong ball. That's for the cat. So that's on there. And precariously balance that on there. Oh dearie me. Big. Oh, you can tell I've been watching AVA. And then we have a coffee table. Ha 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 ha! Dodgy, dodgy. That under there. Oh, look at this. Look at this, he's all over it. Put that in that corner. Oh, and I don't have power in this corner. That's an oversight. No good putting devices that need power in a place where there ain't any. Did not think that through thoroughly, did I? You douche. I wonder, will that go like that? You know what? That's not tea bag. That's not tea bag at all. So, oh my god. Right, so that's there. But even heavier now to come in. Is that a way, cat? Oh, right, isolation transformer, because why wouldn't you have one of those in your flipping office next to your computer? This is all in aid so that I don't electrocute myself. Things I do for health and safety in my own house. My own house. Oh, I've given myself a 240 volt shock before, and trust me, it's not something you brag about. It was not nice. It was really not nice. So I have zero intention of doing that again. It wasn't intentional the first time, to be honest with you. But it was a bit stupid. Yeah, don't reach around the back of a fish tank where you've put some dodgy wiring in of your own doing on terminal blocks that really should be in some sort of case with wet hands. Yeah, really obvious, isn't it? You don't have to be a guru at electronics to know that. Yet, here we are. I gave myself a wee tingle, as Big Clive would say. and it was not comfortable. I do not recommend it. That's that there. That there. Either that table's not straight or the variac's not straight. It's probably a combination of both, actually. Well, at least that's sort of looking semi like it's not going to blow my face off. I'll tell you what, there's two outputs on this transformer. I need to have a look. I wonder if they are both 240 taps. Because if they are, I can power my oscilloscope from the other one and then the scope will be floating, which is what you want. You don't want your scope earth referenced if you're going to be measuring stuff that is earth referenced, i.e. mains. Because you will form a circuit between the thing you're poking, through the probe, through the oscilloscope, and then through the ground pin. It will trip your electronics, but it will probably blow your scope up first. So one of the reasons for having an isolation transformer is that I can start probing stuff and the thing's not referenced to ground anymore. But that does mean that you can make something live and not know about it. Double wiring, 230 volt secondaries. Secondaries, so that's plural. So does that mean both plugs are 230? No. I think they are, actually. I think they are. Let's assume and plug it in, see what happens. So what do I need to do that without blowing my face off? So I need to unplug that. That is my scope. So the scope can therefore go into the second winding of the isolation transformer. On the back there. And then I need to power up the whole shebang. Bang being the important word here. Oh, you're going to see it live. If I suddenly go offline, send out a search party. It's in. Oh, and it's humming. It's humming like a bitch. That's the sign that something's happening. Let's try and turn the scope. I really shouldn't test this with an... No, never mind. It's on. It's on. We've got light. Doesn't mean that I've not just blown it up. Is it? Oh. Oh. Are we winning? I think we're winning. It looks like it's doing some sort of boot sequence. We're in! We're in! Oh, yeah, fuck, it works. So the variac on. Oh, we got a red light. I am as surprised as you guys are. Right, okay, while we're on a roll, multimeter. Let's see if we can blow the shit out of this thing. What I might do. Nah. I was going to turn it off before connecting it, but fuck it, let's just plug it straight in and see what happens. No, that doesn't really go down very well. That's not going. See what, let's turn the variac off before I shove my fingers in there. That'd be a good idea. What completely inappropriate cables have I got that I can shove into this mains outlet? I know. Oh dear, this is not going to go well. We got a bit of wire. We've got a. In fact, that's no good because I'm using a multimeter. Oh balls! I need some crop clips. How can I never find crop clips when you need them? Crop I suppose actually what I could do. Holy fuck! This is dodge. Right, there we go. That goes in there. Look at that. That goes in there. Like that. That didn't sound good. No, there we go. Ah, we're in. We're in like sin. Right, and when I close that, these two are going to be fucking humming. Let's not let's not have them touching. I'll do that once. So let's connect this up to there. These crop clips aren't quite up to the job. Bugger it. No, they're not. So, tell you what I'm going to do. Twist that around there like that. And crop clip it on. And then, not to use oscilloscope multimeter probes. Winding wire around them like an absolute idiot. Oh. We're in. Oh shit, that's dodgy. Oh dear, I am not proud of this. I tell you what, if something doesn't go bang here and blow a fuse, I'm going to be absolutely astounded. And it's going to, I'm on the same plug that my computer's on as well, so it's going to, probably going to blow that. Alright, we're about to find out. We're in like sin. Contact! Interesting, the oscilloscope just popped up. We have a voltage, 9 volts. What if I turn this? It goes down. Not what I expected to see. That's fucking weird, man. Oh, there we go. There we go. Hit the bed. There's 10 volts AC. Right, now I need to get into this because, yeah, that does isolate it. Because the dial is clearly spun around in the thing with the thing. So that's bollocks. So I need to get into that and then fix it in properly. Like any good electrical product, you buy it assuming it's going to be assembled by someone who isn't a gibbon, and then you're always unpleasantly surprised and realise it has been assembled by a gibbon. That's really, that's shit, that was not cheap either, might add. Oh. So, what I need to do is I need to probably unplug that. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? And I need a spanner. Always use the correct tool for the job. This is not that. What I'm about to use anyway. Right, there we go. That one's going. I would do if I wasn't such a messy operating a spanner. Come on, you donkey. Ways to electrocute yourself 101. Tools, electrical equipment. Yeah, I really need to use socket set on this, but never mind. can't be bothered going outside and finding it. You know what? Where's the data sheet? RS components. Almost how you spell it. Variac. Here we are. No image. Oh, that's cool. I need the image to know which one I bought. Okay, right. Let's do it the old-fashioned way. Where's my order form? This folder is empty. Oh, I'm in the wrong folder. Variac. Here we go. Excel. Safety transformer Variac. Here we go. There's the part number 8902875. Oh no, Office wants to do some sort of shitty update. Fuck off and close. Go away. Right, here we are. That's the one. Instruction manual. Data sheet. It's going to be data sheet. Nope. The instruction manual. Nope. The output connector is intended for do not exceed the maximum voltage and current. Yeah, okay, fine. When connected to the electrical supply, the terminals, brushes, and track facer at mains potential. The output must, yeah. The carbon brush should be inspected for damage or wear. Faulty or worn brushes will result in damage to windings. It doesn't actually tell you how to get into the thing, whether you need to take all of these bolts off or what. Because that's not immediately obvious. Whether you have to take all of them off. Oh, there it is. And I can see, right, okay, now I've got that off, yes. These need to come off, and then if it doesn't budge, the other ones do. That seems like really legit engineering. The wrong tool for the job. These will be ripped in no time, and then it'll be held together with gaffer tape. It's going to happen at some point. Why delay the inevitable? A brand new tool. Still got no traffic. Right out loud. Someone get on Vatsim at East Midlands. Someone take me away from this madness of fighting about with a product that I've just spent 500 and something quid on that's become not fit for purpose. Yes, I could send it back, and they'll probably just send me another one because they're not really the manufacturer of it, and then it'll have the same problem and I'll have to do the same thing, and it'll take ages, and I've got to go through the bureaucracy at work of sending it back. And it's just easier to put a spanner to it and fix it until it's broken. Make an honest product out of it. There we go. This is bloody adjustable spanners. Crap, man. I hate them. I need to get myself. Yeah, I'll get on Patreon and send me some. I'm not even signed up on Patreon. Well, don't do that because you can't. But send me some money in the post and I'll buy a spanner set. I'm completely joking. Don't do that. Go and buy a beer for yourself. Don't send me money. That's a stupid idea. For you. Not for me. I had a great way of making money. It's not going on the tax return. Oh, right, okay. 4 out of 4. Well, 4 out of 8 actually, but I'm hoping I don't have to undo those last 2. But we'll soon see. I bet I do. Did I unplug this? Yes, I did. Good, wouldn't it? That's one way of making some sparks and arcs. Disconcerting because the isolation transformer is still plugged in. The Variac's not plugged into it or anything else. But the isolation transformer's just sat there humming. That is quite disconcerting. The old 50 Hz UK mains frequency hum. If you ever hear that, fluorescent lights and stuff, that's what it is. But you know what? Just because that is bugging me because I can hear it. Let's try and unplug that without unplugging the computer. There we go. And the wing lights in. No, I've just ripped a rubber foot off. Special case. Alright. It wants to go. It won't. Fucking hell, this thing's heavy. It won't. No, I need to undo them as well. Oh, you are joking. Oh, those screws like any other sod. It wouldn't be strong enough. That's why they didn't use screws. Oh, Dave from the EV blog would be well happy with this. Don't turn it on, take it apart. God, I'm working up a sweat doing this. How unfit am I? Remember. Okay. There's another one. 3 more to go, and then we can see what makes this chooch. Definitely been watching too much AVE. Still got no traffic here at East Midlands. It would be nice to have some. Ouch. That's a sharp edge. I knew I was going to do that. There's another one on. Off. Oh, we're nearly there. We're getting there. We're getting. Jesus Christ, man. I'll tell you what I should do. I'll tell you what. I tell you what I should do. If I put joystick cam on. Deleted it. Video capture device. Add source. Joystick cam. Add existing source. Well, that's not what I look like. Deactivate. Activate. The webcam. Oh, no, I've just broken the other one. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I've just killed something. Deactivate. Done. Why is the light still on? Oh. If in doubt, unplug it. Do. Interesting. I didn't actually hear the do. Why didn't I hear the do? Activate. Hey, there it is. We're in. Oh, it just needed off then on again. So here we are, precariously opening a 10 amp 240 volt variable transformer that is brand new because it's been assembled incorrectly, and it is just too much hassle to send it back. And I want it now, damn it, I want to electrocute myself tonight. Not in a week when all the RMA stuff goes through. I want death now. I don't want death now, that's very irresponsible. Particularly since I live on my own. Feed the cat. Right, here we are. There it is. And our survey says... Hey! There's the earth. Awesome. There's our big ass transformer. There's the wiper. and we see the problem. Yeah, we see the problem straight away. Oh, for God's sake. How tight's that? And more annoyingly, problem could have been fixed without taking any of those off. Oh my God. Because the problem is actually with the fitting of this knob, which, for fuck's sake, who uses flathead screwdrivers? A flathead screwdriver. Is that this knob's just not on correctly. Right, so what I need to do right, so that's now off. So actually what I need to do is knit that back up. That's now at 0. Set this to 0. 3, 2, too accurate, but that's good enough for me. And then tighten these up as tight as they'll suffer. And that one. Right. I unplugged all of that, didn't I? Should have left that plugged in. Okay. Oh. So, oh bugger, I've just lost a rubber foot. After all of that, I could have left these in. Never mind, I was thinking it could have been a loose connection between the variac and the actual internal sort of gearing, if you like. I was being overly pessimistic. Rule number 1, check the easy thing first. But also I wanted to get inside and have a look. Interesting, looks like even though they've got a 1.5 amp, sorry, 1.5 amp, 1.5 mil square flex, they're using 2.5 mil cable in the actual thing by the looks of it. Hang on. Fuck, that's cross-threaded. God damn it. That it? Oh, you suck. There it is. Looks cross-threaded as well. I'm at the point where the field of Fuchs is lying very barren. Well, when the rest of it's in, that might straighten this panel up, and then, oh, that's just gone actually. Oh, that's not. And then I might be in a position to just take that off. Yeah, that is cross-threaded. So I'll come back to that once there's a bit more rigidity and it lines up a bit better. Or it might be so rigid and out of alignment that it makes it even more difficult and really doesn't want to go in the wrong way. Feels cross-threaded, but it's not. No, there it is. It's just not been tapped very well. I think it's been tapped well now by the nut, by the bolt. No, seen not aluminium. It's probably a steel case, steel bolt. So it's probably an element of the hole tap in the bolt. I'm stripping it. Referred to. So you strip a head off a bolt. An adjustable wrench on it that's not tightened up properly. Oh, you suck. How would you design it like this? Why? Why would you not put little brass collets in there or something? And Chinesium stuff is better made. I think this has been made with you're going to blow it up in mind, so we'll make it sort of reasonably easy to access all the components, so you can change it out and get the thing working again. A lot easier if I took these rubber feet off, but yeah. Still no one at East Mids. What are you all doing? Working? Technically I am, actually. It is technically for work. Who'd have thought? I'm on leave for 2 weeks now, so what am I even doing? Why would I? Fucking piece of shit. Oh my god, oh my. You're gonna buy an adjustable wrench, right? Love of God, well, any tool, but particularly an adjustable wrench. Spend some money on it and get one that's half flipping decent. This is driving me bloody mental. Or just use the right tool for the job, as I've mentioned. And don't try and line things up that aren't lined up because it's been made really bad. And these bolts just go and start and, you know, just poke through into the other side of the case where we've got mains wiring. Alright, it is earthed, so I suppose probably fine. Well, it is fine. But, oh, Jesus Christ. They could have made this very differently. Made it cheaper. They could have had a thing like clip together. That would have been better. And they'd have saved component cost as well. Well, it would have been an extra process to cut. But they're cutting it anyway to get these glands in and stuff. Yeah. Did the trick. Almost. Cross-thready. Oh, that's looking good. Sorry, forgot I was streaming. Crap. Sorry if you got headphones on. I do. God almighty, that's bollocks. Need a hammer. But it looks like the case gives way before the bolt. So that's something. Tell you what, that isn't cross-threaded. It's just not been tapped in a bloody straight line. Oh my days. The angle that's going in at. Well, maybe you can't see that. Oh, my other webcam's broken. Hey, Logesh. Hey, Samuel as well. Hi, guys. You see me here at East Mids waiting for something to happen. See if I can get that camera to work again. Oh, there we go. There we go. I didn't realise that had randomly cut out. So while we're waiting, I'm taking apart and fixing some toys that have arrived. No fucking good. So there we go. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, use the right tool for the job. This is not the right tool for the job. Whoa. Where's that foot gone? There it is. Ow, I just put my finger in a staple. Ow, 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 ow. That just... Oh, that is chintzy. I should glue them in. Where was the bolt that hadn't gone in proper? They all seem to have lined up now. That's okay. That's okay. That's the one I've just done. I think that's okay. It's okay. 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 Was that the side I just did? I can't remember. Oh, no. Right. Oh. So now, yeah, so there's the latch, and then you see that. And we go all the way round. There's 240-ish. And that's as far as she'll suffer. And now it's not spinning past the date stops. There we go. I'll just give these a little nip more. Really, I should probably Loctite these, but that's as tight as I get it. Yeah, alright, that seems an improvement. Bloody hell. Right, so that sits on there. That plugs in there. And really, I want to test this without blowing my face off. I wonder what these are rated at. They're not. That can go that. That can go like that. Dodgy as you like. I would like to say don't try this at home, but I'm clearly trying this at home because I think that I'm competent enough to do it. Famous last words. So that can go in. Oh, come on. clips. Don't really want to use my oscilloscope. Oh, fuck it. It's gonna happen, isn't it? Ah, good stuff, Sam. Samuel, sorry. Ah, there we go. That looks like it's on nice and dodgily. This is asking for a short, this is. Using these connectors. Wowzers. That's on there like that. As dodgy as you like. There's a plug. So if I suddenly go offline, you know what's happened. I've blown everything. Oh, there's the hum. There's the hum. Right, now I need to make sure these don't touch, because that's going to be... won't be good if they touch. Oh, fuck it, I'll hold it. Let's see, can you see that screen? No, you can't, not really. Well, we'll see what happens. And contact. 12 volts AC. Hey, it works! It works! If I can hold that up for the screen. Yeah. Tell you what, turn that off. Might just be able to see that. Nothing touching. So 12 volts AC, that's going to fucking touch. 12 volts AC, and as we turn the dial, 56, 58, 60. Hope you can see that on the screen. I'm not going to go any higher because these leads are absolutely not rated for it, and I'm currently touching one of them. If I touch the other one, yeah, you'll see me leap up into the air in a ball of smoke. But there we have mains power, variable voltage. That says 30 volts. We're getting 43 out, so that's not even fucking close. But I can adjust that, and we can go all the way up to 240. So then it's just a straight pass through, effectively. And then when I turn it off, we can see that it's dead. That is a winner. Chicken dinner. Buying something and then it working after a bit of farting about. We did it. Hallelujah. So let's clear that off. God, that works up a sweat. You never quite know when you're going to electrocute yourself, but it's always when you're not expecting it. Don't, for the love of God, don't play about with stuff like that unless you know what you're doing. I like to have a bit of a joke and pretend that I don't know what I'm doing. I say it's a joke, it's real. No, I've had a mains voltage shock before, and trust me, I was lucky. Don't do it unless you know what you're doing. Protect yourself. Hence why I've got the isolation transformer. I wouldn't do that without it. So we have, what have we got in the UK? We've got Edinburgh radar on. We've got Liverpool ground, Newcastle tower. I'm on East Mids, and we've got Gatwick delivery ground and tower. Gatwick delivery is someone called Basil Baby. I really hope that's his name. Because that is a wicked name. Basil Baby. Oh, there you go. So yeah, what do we think then? So I've been out to... I was contacted by someone who was interested in having honeybees at their... it's an old golf course actually that backs onto a health spa. The golf course has been decommissioned, and the chap who owns the health spa said, "Oh, we're really keen on having bees on site." And and maybe, you know, if you can produce some honey and sell it to us, and we can, you know, it's one of these superfoods, and all people go mad for it. So we went over to view the site this afternoon to have a look at its appropriateness. Just around the corner from East Mids Airport, like literally a couple of minutes. Drove right past East Mids to get there. So quite a nice drive if you're a spotter. And yeah, they're there with my mate Ollie. He's a chemist, actually, radiochemist, so does radiological stuff. But is a hobbyist for woodworking as well. Very good at the old carbohydrate foam stuff. And we're thinking of setting up a YouTube channel. But when we set the site up, so all the way from clearing the site, preparing the ground, building the beehives from, rather than just buying them off the shelf, actually building them up from like pallet wood, for example, and bits of scrap lying around. But obviously doing them nice, so they're, you know, they're going to stand the test of time because they're out in all elements. And you don't want them to last a year because it's no good for the bees. They need to last sort of 10, 20 years, really. Go through all of that, and then the care of the bees, which is called bee husbandry and apiary management and all this sort of stuff. Probably on a different channel, obviously not on here. But yeah, videoing all the build and all the exciting stuff, and you can meet the bees, have a look, see what the difference between a worker is, a drone, i.e. a male bee, the queen bee, how she is, where they store honey and how they produce it, and the pollen and the brood and the eggs and all those various stages. Probably see disease at some point, and parasites like the varroa mite. And yeah, so that's something that people might be interested in, and we'll do that. If people are going to be interested, then we'll video it. We're certainly keen as mustard on it. We love the bloody thing. We're nutters. I'm loving the bees. Started beekeeping this year, so I'm new to it. Ollie started last year. So we're still reasonably new to the whole shebang. Now, what I want to do is chat box. Can I make things vanish after a certain time? No, not without hitting refresh. Don't mind having the chat there. It would just be nice if it sort of faded out after a minute or something if there's not been a new message, just so it's not cluttering up your screen as the viewer, because I can't see it. I can only see it on my second screen here. Third screen, technically. Are you jumping on, Sam? Hey, Flight Simmer! How's it going? We're at East Mids again with diddly squat worth of traffic again. That guy who was leaving Innsbruck, has now disconnected. So here's VAT Spy, so you can see VAT Spy, what we've got online at the moment in the UK. So Edinburgh Radar's on, Glasgow, Liverpool Ground, Manchester Tower, there's me at East Mids. Stansted Ground's on, and Heathrow, there he is, Basil Baby. Don't know if you can see that. Can't zoom in on that because it doesn't zoom the text. What a cracking name. Been on 3 hours. Good innings. Okay, yeah, just download some scenery. I tried out the free UK 2000 East Mid scenery yesterday. It's not too bad. It's all right. It's free, so it's good for free. It certainly makes you want to buy the full thing. I've got a few UK 2000 sceneries, the payware ones, and they are stunning. They're very, very good. The devs there certainly do good. Unfortunately, because I'm on FSX and not P3D, the frame rate I get is diabolical at places like Gatwick. Heathrow's unworkable. It can't be done. You can't land or take off at Heathrow, and you just get OOM errors. If you're approaching Heathrow, it just kills it. It's no good. If you're on P3D V4 64-bit, then apparently it works absolutely fine. But I'm on the old school FSX. No chuffing good for me there, unfortunately, which is why I don't fly Heathrow anymore. suppose I could downgrade and go back to the freeware, but Heathrow, you want it to look pretty, don't you? It's a lovely airfield. And the UK 2000 scenery, don't get me wrong, it is stunning. It's really, really good. But you just can't use it, or I can't use it. And I've tweaked it. I've done all the settings they suggest for FSX users, yada yada. No, no good. Then I've gone in and tweaked it, toned it down. No, still unworkable. Really, it's a shame. I'll have another go at some point over the coming weeks at tuning it, see if I can get it to go. But don't hold your breath. So yeah, Sam's just downloading some scenery, and then and he's going to jump on. He or she? Assuming you're a bloke. I do apologise. Can't assume someone's gender. Oh, no, no, no. So yeah, so this is Euroscope. If you're not familiar with it, this is East Midlands. This is what the controller sees. If I go down here in the corner, oh, you can't see that. Put myself there. Sorry, the green screen's having a fit. It's because I'm wearing a green T-shirt, so it's not having it. So down in the corner here, you can see 121.9. That's me. That's my frequency. At the moment, on this little thing, there's no list of people there, and that tells me that no one is actually listening in on my channel, and I will see observers, other controllers, whoever, pilots, so on. So if I type in the box now, that will actually publish to Vatsim on 121.9. ATC, that's the inter-ATC chat, so controllers can chat amongst themselves in there, coordinate, all that good stuff. And you don't see that as the pilot through your vPilot client or whatever. Server vstrips message, that's all just command line interface stuff. We don't really use that. Got the Metar up in the corner. Again, you can't see that because that... Oh, Jesus, wrong thing. Hang on. Right, stand by your beds. Let's put that there, shall we? There we go. Let's... No, I'll just put that in there. I'll bugger it. Yeah, so we got the Metar up here. So it's windy here in Loughborough at the moment, and East Med 15 knots, sorry. Hey, Bill. You got a very dodgy name there, but yeah. So I'm just doing a YouTube analytics survey. Not that it really helps me because I don't have that many viewers, but there we go. Share, like, yeah, all that stuff. I'm not gonna like bait and share bait people. You'll watch it, you'll share it if you want to. If you don't, fine. Do what you want. Revenue reports. You have no revenue. Yeah, no, I know that. Monica like. Yeah. Oh, we need some traffic. We need some traffic. I'm hoping if I make East Midlands more active from a controlling point of view, I'm on quite often, that people will start using the airfield more often. I hope. Havoc 1-2 is sort of near Liverpool at the moment. That's some sort of RAF fighter call sign. I can't remember which squadron used Havoc 1-2, but he's not got a flight plan, so it's not telling me. Sam's coming, don't worry. Cheers, Sam. Yeah, we'll be on for a little while anyway. I've got to head out 7:30, 8 o'clock-ish. We've got to go and feed the bees at work. Get them ready for the winter. Right, tell you what then, just while we've got a lull, I'm just going to go and grab myself a glass of water. Here we are. Right, I got myself like the Invisible Man. That's really funny. I got myself an ice cream. Yeah, boy. We is on it. Brow. Come on, man. No. Put the camera on so the guys can see you, Pip. In the air. Hello. Oh, don't bite me, you little shitbag. Yeah, no worries, Bill. That'd be cool. Oh. Want some attention? Do you? Flight 69. Love it. Not Flight 666, not an Iron Maiden one then. A bit of fuss. What it is, Pit. But you done now. Bless her. Oi, stop it. Scratching at my stuff. Wretched little animal. Oh yes, oh yes. These are lovely. If you come across these, Morrison's selling them. Nestle Extreme. And this is the salted caramel one. It's gorgeous and they're really cheap. Like £3 or something for 6. Oh yeah. Nom 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 nom. I'm gonna end up wearing most of this. Yeah, too late. No, put my drink. Where's she gone? When I can't hear her or see her, I always think she's up to no good, and I'm normally right. Oh no. Yeah. Nom nom nom. So yeah, when we get some traffic, when Samuel comes on and Bill Clinton come on, if we get any other guys as well, it'll be interesting so you can see the interface we have, understand the things you're putting in your flight plan and how we see that as controllers and why some things are actually quite important. And you think, well, why is he asking me that? And you might understand a little bit better why bits of information are really quite necessary. So yeah. I'm only a ground controller, so I can't control you in the air. Not through Vatsim at least. But if you are wanting to do circuits, I can sort of give you unofficial guidance through the stream and then ground control through Vatsim. So why do they have letters and numbers? I don't know how they pick it, actually. Normally, when you see something like that, it tends to be a real-world call sign. I don't know. I wonder if it's the last two of the aircraft reg or something like that. So it's flight. So in your example there, Easy 54 Alpha Whiskey. I wonder if it's flight 54 in their schedules. And then Alpha Whiskey tells them which aircraft it is that's flying that route if they have different aircraft that fly it. Like, I don't know. I'm guessing. I might ask some of the BA guys next time I see them. Ask them how the numbers are generated. Why some have letters after them. Because I doubt that EasyJet have more than 9,999 flights. So, it's not roll over from that. It's not Hex. That would be funny if it was Hex. I don't know. Tell you what. Why do airline call signs have letters and numbers? Google is your friend. There we go. The numbers are the flight number. The tacked-on letter is used to reduce confusion and is used by many airlines. As an example, continuation flights often use the same call sign, holding onto it when going through an intermediate stop. So this will be for a multi-leg thing. So if you, for example, fly to Australia, but you had to stop at Dubai, but you're in the same aircraft, or it's the same, it's a single flight, but in different legs. So I know BA used to do this. So it'd be Speedbird 123 Alpha, and then Speedbird 123 Bravo for the second leg, for example. But that tends to be in the flight number, not in the call sign. Should the originating flight still be in the air when the next leg of the flight leaves, i.e. the first flight is late, and the company decides not to hold the follow-on flight, for whatever reason, a letter is added to differentiate the two flights. Evidently, with the quality of ATC screens, they prefer some letters over others, like S is don't see because it looks like a 5, for example. So some, like for shuttles, so like the London to Manchester, there'll be shuttle 12 Alpha, 12 Bravo, 12 Charlie, and that's for because they'll fly that shuttle multiple times. The same flight at Alpha Bravo Charlie, so it's the first flight of the day, the second flight of the day, third flight of the day. Makes sense. Oh, and it helps overcome two call signs being similar. So rather than having like sequential numbers, so Speedbird 1-2, Speedbird 1-3, you know, stuff like that. You're throwing in letters and stuff like that, you can make things phonetically sound very different, which helps, obviously, from a radio quality point of view. Yeah, so it looks like, to answer your question, it's purely there to save confusion, of call sign confusion, to make things sound very different. US carriers never use letters. Oh, really? Sometimes they increment letters if, you know, it's the same flight but a different day of the week. So there doesn't. So from what I'm reading on this, there doesn't seem to be a convention. It's just whatever they decide to do. Okay, yeah. Bieber 2-3 Bravo, but saw it as 238. Yeah. Yeah, so that's probably a nod to the some letters are not used so much. So yeah, like a B Bravo looking similar to an 8, a 5 looking similar to an S. So looking at that spy here, put that on. Delta Victor, okay, Delta could look like an O. That's could a Q actually. Charlie is, yeah, fine. Mike doesn't look like anything else. Alpha doesn't look like anything else. Romeo, Papa. Yankee, Golf, Juliet. X-Ray, Lima. Kilo. Another Juliet. November. Whiskey, Foxtrot. Papa Zulu. Well, Z could look like a 2, I suppose, couldn't it? There's a Sierra. Another X-Ray, Alpha, Kilo, Delta, Tango, Echo, Kilo. Yeah, there does seem to be more of a... Oh, there's a Bravo. I don't know. I'll ask some of the BA guys next time I speak to them, see if they can shed any more light than just the forums on the interwebs. Okay, Samuel. No, they don't have to be sequential. Your call sign can practically be whatever you want it to be, as long as it fits in with the, you know, the length and no, it's not rude. There's an X-ray, EasyJet 74 X-ray Lima there. So that's clearly not alphabetical order. I don't think you're allowed anything that looks like a word either, whether rude or not. Although, having said that, the military do use words. Maybe that's reserved for military only then. I don't know. I seem to remember someone saying that to me once, but could have dreamt it. I've had weirder dreams. Scavenger Tower's on. So you will notice this map of East Midlands Airport isn't actually correct. There's quite a few stands missing off here. So that's one reason why you always get asked to report your stand number. It's like you've got a map in front of you. Why do you need your stand to give your stand number? It's because quite often the maps we've got are outdated. Not many people maintain these and keep them up to date. It's something I want to learn because it's not hard. It's just I think it's just a JPEG in the background sort of thing, or a bitmap of some description. The stand numbers and locations I think are a bit more involved. But yeah, if I can figure out how you do it and get good, then I can contribute to the community. And because if you look at some of like the VAT Canada, VAT UAE ground maps, they're stunning. I mean, they are works of art, and their airfields they're all like Heathrow or more complex. So it's not just like something really small and simple like East Mids. You know, someone's done this in their own spare time and then released it to the community. So brilliant, top marks is more than I've done. It's all a measure of how much time volunteers are willing to put in. That varies, of course. But yeah, hopefully I can contribute a little bit. So let's clear that center screen off. Talking about Canada, CZQN North. So that's Gander Flight Service Station. Quite a few cross the pond flights on at the moment. Yeah, there's loads actually. Loads of people doing long haul today. Is it half day Wednesday? Or are people not back at school yet? God, our schools are back today around here. Seems very early. Not even September yet. So yeah, we can see in the ATC chat here that Gander Radio did put on that they were online. That's you'll only controllers see that in our chat. You don't see that in vPilot or FSN or Squawk Box or whatever you're using. There's a random tower on in Ecuador. That one, that's Dallas, Fort Worth. Toronto's on. Toronto's always bloody on. I did do a bit of controlling with them actually. They're great. Tehran Centre's on. Dubai, Abu Dhabi's on. That's where I've just come from. In terms of controlling, Karachi's on. Loads of control on at Karachi. FA's on. East side of China, Shanghai sort of area. Beijing Tower's on. So Ho Chi Minh's on. I've got Pacific's on. Oakland Oceanic is on as well. Bloody hell. Never scroll that far across on the map. Bali Ground is on. Good. Oh, that's not a great time of the day for Bali, is it? Well, anyone down that sort of Shanghai, east side of China. Oh, and same with Oakland as well. Oakland, that's got to be middle of the night there, like 5 o'clock in the morning, surely, over that way. Mind you, it doesn't necessarily mean that the person there is in that time zone, lives there. So we've been, what have we been? We've been connected for an hour and 21. Still no traffic here at East Mids. I know Samuel's coming on. I know Bill's possibly coming on in a bit as well, but no one else. It's a quiet time of the day, I suppose, and it is East Mids, which isn't a busy airfield, but a nice airfield to fly into, particularly if you're on X-plane, because the runway's not flat. And the X-plane model of the runway is reasonably good. Got a horrendous dip in the middle of it, so if you land long, you're sort of landing uphill, and if you land sort of where you're supposed to, you're landing in downhill, which kicks you up a bit. Makes takeoff really easy because it's like a ski ramp. Got used to the water here in Loughborough now, actually. I didn't used to like it. Manchester water's a lot nicer. Filtered through sandstone rather than limestone round here. Seems to have got the taste for it these days. Is that service road on the runway? No, it doesn't actually exist. Well, it doesn't exist on the charts, so let's show you the charts. So any UK charts are available. Just search AIP and then the airfield code. And that takes you to the NATS website. And on here we can get the chart. So if we look at the aerodrome chart. Oh, there is a service road, yeah, out to the radar. And the VOR's out there as well. Sorry, DME. That's just a DME. I don't think there's a VOR at East Midlands at all. So yeah, DME are 109.35. Oh, which is the same as the ILS frequency, yeah. So the DME is actually slightly off the runway. More near as damn it in the centre. And if we look, Chrome's doing that thing again. If we look at the control zone, there's no VORs at all at East Mids. There's just two NDBs. So East Midlands East and East Midlands West. They are they're the way you route in if you're doing radio nav. There's the VFR, SVFR, should I say, lanes. Basically hand railing the M1. Easy to find. And there's Loughborough is here. No, it's not. Loughborough is. Oh, that is Loughborough. Why is that road there? Oh, Loughborough must be behind this box. Oh, hang on a minute. What the hell's that road doing there? Goes out to there. That's Leicester. Markfield. That must be Loughborough. Oh, and that's the A6. Ah, yeah. Sorry, this is Loughborough. And that's junction 23. Yeah, of course it is. So I live somewhere behind the E. Maybe a bit further north, actually. But yeah, all these charts are freely available. So, if you get the Daventry departure, which is fairly common for people going south, off to Gatwick, whatever, you can get all the charts, all your stuff on there. So you don't need Navigraph or anything like that if you're only flying UK. Nice to have, but you don't need it. A few other places do have charts as well. Not many that I've come across though. And the UK charts are actually really good. They're quite a nice format and everything. I'll move that chair out of the way so it's not shown on the green screen. There we go. That's the cat's chair. Have a check of book face. Anything interesting? No, same old shit. Excuse me. Sorry, just organising a coffee meeting tomorrow. Lovely jubbly. Oh, we got new electrical car chargers on campus. Fantastic. They are now up and running. Winner, free fuel. Oh no, I need to do my uni, mate. Yeah, no worries, mate. Mine takes flipping ages to load as well. Boom. Okay, that's that done. Lovely. Venkatesh, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Hello. We're at East Midlands. We're live on Vatsim with no traffic, but Samuel's loading up. Be here in a moment. Hopefully that will spur some more people to come. There we are. Cargo Lux. There's Samuel, so I've got his name down there. If I hit F6 now as well, no flight plan yet, which is why he's not showing up on my screen. So sometimes you might, I assume he hasn't filed one yet, that's fine. But sometimes, you know, you think you filed it and the controller says you've not filed it. So I can see you there, for example, but you're not in my list. So, you know, sometimes the server has a bit of a hiccup. But when he files it, that'll pop up. And this is why we ask for stand number, because we don't actually know what stand is on there, because the ground picture in my software here it sucks. So it looks like he's between stand 75 and 76, but I know that this picture is not correct as per the current East Midlands layout. I'm going to pull up here my other screen. So I'm going to guess that he's on 75. I don't know. Now that's why you report. And we got a private message. A wild cargo Lux appears at the airport. And start chucking master balls at you. Love it. Love it. And when he connects to 121.9, it'll pop up here. So I will see that he's on frequency. So sometimes you get, you know, contact tower on one, so you've got to then say hello to them. But sometimes you get given monitor. Oh, it's like, well, how does he know that I've tuned into his frequency? Well, you show up. There we are, pointing at the screen. Use the mouse, you div. I can see if you're on there. So if you're approaching, you know, the hold or whatever, I can see that you're on frequency, so therefore I can talk to you. And there's the flight plan come in. So we'll take a look at that in a moment, and we'll go through it with a fine-tooth comb. Fine, I'm sure. So we can see call sign, the estimated time of departure has not been filed. That's fine. If I right-click, I can actually see the whole flight plan all the way across to John F. Kennedy. So I can check whether that is a valid flight plan by the colours. So I can see there's a direct here from Trent to Wallasey. Oh no. Well, Euroscope's just not finding that route. Which is fine. Going westbound, so it's got to be an even flight level, which it is. He's got the correct aircraft type here. H designates heavy. Boeing 77L is correct. He's got a good true airspeed. That's quite useful for us. I'll show you why. Got a good alternate in there. Not been assigned a squawk yet. I'll do that in a moment. We can see /V means send and receive for voice. So I can assign him a squawk code, 4557 it will be. I'll pre-key that in. And then, so the other bit of software that we can use, not many controllers use this, is called vStrips. This is a plugin, it's a free plugin for Euroscope. And this is more like what they use in real world. So you get a strip for each aircraft. Currently is in the planned departures. So I can assign what stand he's on. So I think he's on 75. Get the QNH. You normally put that in once you've got it. Tells me what departure he's on, Trent to November. And then, you know, it'll move across, and we'll see that when it comes to it. All that for the moment. So we can see it's assigned to runway 27. I could change that if I wanted. I can change his departure to the Daventry, which would obviously not make sense, but if they had the wrong departure. And we see these one with hashes, that means they're a special case. So like the Wallasey, for example, I think is only night. No, it's an old one. It's an old departure, so it's not used anymore. So there's his flight level up here. There's a little box under C, that's clearance. So when he's got his clearance, I will tick that box. So that tells me that he's received his clearance. So if this was a busy airport, you know, you're not going to remember who you've cleared and who you haven't. You're on 1809, yeah. Don't worry, I've not updated my subscription. I still think I'm on 1806. And my subscription run out. Sim still isn't loaded. I can see we have got a supervisor on the network. That's up in the corner here. So if I did a wallop, then this person would reply. Quite often there's not a supervisor on, so doing a wallop doesn't actually do anything because it doesn't send it to anyone. So yeah, he's done well here. He knew it was going to be under scrutiny. It's a valid flight plan, got the correct altitudes and everything. Correct departure, correct runway for the wind. Although I can't actually assign a runway. I'm not an air controller, so I can't actually do that. So you can do whatever you want. But you know, I can strongly suggest, given the winds, that's probably the way you want to go. Crosswind from the right at the moment. Using a nat track. Yeah, we got a nat track in there. Quite often people will put what nat track they're doing in the remarks, but there's no, you know, you don't have to do that. And temporary altitude and stuff is for altitude restrictions for an air controller to put in. So, you know, if they say they only clear you up to flight level 150, for example, they put it in there, and then they, you know, it's a reminder for them if they're controlling lots of aircraft. Sorry, I drink an excessive amount of fluids. Ridiculous. More work emails, sod it. So you can imagine somewhere like Heathrow, Gatwick, so on and so forth. This list gets huge, and then we've got inbound and outbound lists as well. Yeah, no worries, mate. Unplug that. Yeah, I did. I'm going to do some more electronicsy tutorials at some point soon as well. So I've got a nice little Arduino Nano there, and let's see my Jesus. See my dubious bit of wiring and programming of a PIC, programmable integrated circuit, the PIC 18 8-bit microprocessor. Oh look, I've gone to the invisible man again. Can I do this at Manchester or Gatwick? Yeah, we might do one of those tomorrow then. Manchester's quite good fun. That's a hard one for taxiing. Manchester Ground's currently on at the moment, so I can't kick him off. Quite a few military aircraft up. Slam 5-1, F-22 out of Lakenheath. Striker 5-5 and F-15 out of Lakenheath. We had a Havoc up earlier. I think it's a Hawk, isn't it, Havoc? That's pretty cool to see. Jesus Christ, he's doing that F-15 is doing over 1,000 knots, so he's supersonic over Norfolk. You're gonna piss a few people off there, chat. I've done it myself, so. Oh, and the F-22 is going over to the Mac Loop. Awesome. Good fun, the Mac Loop. Yeah, we'll do Manchester or Gatwick tomorrow. Probably Manchester. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll get a booking in. What do I want? I want that UK. Bookings. New bookings calendar. So I want, what's today? Today's Wednesday, isn't it? So tomorrow is Thursday. EGCC Towers booked at 7:30 till 8:30. EGCC Ground is booked 11 till 1. What am I doing tomorrow? So well, we'll book Manchester Ground then from what, 1 till 4? Oh, you are not logged in. Log in, single sign-on system, yes. Can you fly a Flybe-8Q400? Yeah, I've got quite a few videos of me flying that, if you can call it flying. Pushing it through the air. Probably more correct. Yeah, I do fly that. I've flown that a bit recently. There's a couple of videos on my Twitch as well, of that one, which I've now given up on. Right, so Manchester Ground, Thursday from well, I'll tell you what, we'll do 1400 till 2100 till 5. So that's Zulu. So UK time, that'll be 1 PM till 4 PM. Yeah, you don't need a validation for Gatwick. It's only Heathrow you need a validation for. And no, I haven't got that because you need to be an S2 rating, and I'm only S1 at the moment. Yeah, so 1 till 4 UK time or 2 till 5 Zulu. Looks like Manchester Ground is going to be booked most of the day, actually, because there's another chap coming on 5:15, so 4:15 local time, till 6:30 local. Yeah, so 1 till 4 tomorrow. We're on Manchester Ground. Need a validation now for Gatwick. Really? Well, I've only just literally this week been transferred back to that UK, so I clearly need to read RTFM. Solo endorsement. Oh yeah, yeah. I wonder if I'm on that list because I did my training at Gatwick. No, I'm not. That's weird because I did my training there. Want to do my military ratings as well, but again, you need a higher rank to be able to do that. I need to get on and do my tower training, but I'm going to be bottom of the list for that. I need to look at management. I can't remember where you. Oh, choose home. That's. Right. So I have been brought into the new controller group now, so that they've done that overnight. Awesome. And I think I've done Manchester as my preferred as well. No, pass. You need to have so many hours on airports, and East Mids is one of them, and so is Manchester. I'm not bad on hours. Hours are not a problem for me. I've got lots and lots of hours. I've got lots of good hours, should I say. These don't count as good hours at all because I'm not doing anything, but I've got loads of hours at Gatwick before that rule was brought in, clearly. Yeah, I'll have to ask them whether they can give me a Gatwick validation because that's where I did my training anyway. Go to the forum and do it through here. ACC procedure. Oh no. Training me. Discussion. Gatwick endorsement. He's just had to reload his sim, multigamer. He's coming back. Heathrow endorsement. I've not had a welcome to the UK or anything email with these rules, and I must say it's not obvious. For me coming back, I would have. I think I'd done a session on Gatwick actually. I would have jumped on Gatwick and not realised that I would need an endorsement again because I did my training there and I didn't realise that was even a thing. And it certainly, I can't seem to find anything in. It says you must do this. No. There's a lot of stuff that implies it, and I completely believe you. I'm saying clearly. Not immediately obvious. Nothing on the progression guide. Oh, Gatwick endorsement. There we go. Click here if you're interested in doing that. Right, okay, cool. Click here. In order to control Gatwick as an S1, you'll need first to meet the requirements outlined on this page. Complete a number of hours on various positions around the UK, being a home member of the UK and rated as an S1. You'll be given access to the Gatwick ADC S1 endorsement course. Well, I haven't had that. There's a quiz at the end that you must get 80%. Then your training moves on to the live network. One of our S1 mentors would take you on EGKK ground for an hour and a half. Well, I've done a full training syllabus with them there. So I can't even do delivery at Gatwick. What? Yeah, I've hit the minimum number of hours. Oh, request Moodle course. Group. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, so I need to do 10 hours at Manchester, then 10 hours at Birmingham, and then 5 hours at East Mids in the last 3 months. 25 hours? Seems a bit excessive. Well, I wonder if I can just send a ticket. Involves me trying to remember how the hell you send a ticket. There we go. Yeah, and there's 2 lists, so you need to do 10 hours from one list, 10 hours from another list, and then 5 from another. I've not done in the last 3 months, but I need to be more diverse. Hello, Pip. So Right, so there we go. Smashed out a ticket to ATC training. See if they really want me to do all the training again. Just it seems like wasting their time as much as my own. Cool, right, so that's in. Lovely. I assume he's filed the same flight plan. Look, pretty good. Yeah, to that point, I don't care. Awesome.
Hello, this is Carlos for Mike Alpha Radio Check.
Cargo looks for Mike Alpha, East Midlands Ground 121.19, readability 5.
Readability 5 for you also, Carlos for Mike Alpha, thank you.
Not a problem. Just going to turn my speakers up a bit. You might get a touch of feedback. Oh, you might get a touch of feedback. I do apologise if you do. I'll try and, if it's bugging people or whatever, I'll try and tweak it. Because I'm not wearing headphones, so. Excuse me. So yeah, I can see CLX for Mike Alpha. We've just got PAL69. I assume that's Bill. Pop up there. So we can see they're both listening on frequency now.
Philippines 69er, may I request what is the active runway for arrival?
What was it? Philippines 69er, I can't assign a runway as a ground controller, but the current winds are 300 degrees 10 knots, variable 280 to 340. So my recommendation would be runway 27.
Philippines 69er, I can't really hear your microphone. Can you do it slowly and louder?
Philippines 69er, yeah, my apologies. As a ground controller, I cannot assign a runway, but I can recommend using 27 based upon the wind at the moment, which is 300 degrees, 10 knots, variable between 280 and 340.
So you recommend runway 27, is that correct?
A firm, I would recommend runway 27. Oh, we got a Jet 2.
Okay, runway 27, thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Yeah, so we've got a Jet 2 here. We'll be heading off. Let's pull up the details to Lanzarote. Right. So, what the hell? This does not look like a normal route. Yeah, no worries, Samuel.
Philippines 69er, what is the QNH?
Philippines 69er East Midlands ground. The local QNH is 1018.
1018, that's correct?
A firm, that is correct, 1018. So we've got a text-only Jet 2 with a very dubious flight plan. Look at that.
Philippine 69er, how about the wind?
Philippines 69, the wind is currently 300 degrees, 10 knots, variable 280 to 340. I'll put it in the text for you as well.
Magnitude, the wind magnitude is 300 degrees, 10 knots. Thank you.
There we go. Right. Well, I'm gonna clear this guy because I've tidied up the flight plan a little bit by getting rid of top of climb and top of descent because that was just confusing things. So I can use the alias clear 2. Sorry, no, clear. Departure is runway 27 on the Daventry 3 November. Flight plan route QNH is 1016. Squawk is 4566. No, the Philippine 69er, he's out of London Gatwick on his way up to East Mids in an A320. He's just passing between Stansted and Luton at the moment. So let's have a look at V strips then. So we can put in stand 14. That guy, we're giving him that. He's got an estimated time of departure of 18:15. Certainly get him out for that, not a problem. The guy to JFK, he did a radio check, but he's just nipped off to have his dinner. Just waiting for this Jet 2 to give me a read back so I can tick off the clearance. Very weird route. Feedback is correct, so I can't remember what my alias is for that. Quick look. They're okay. So I can go to V strips, I can move them out of planned departures to cleared, and you'll see that's now gone yellow or orange there to say they've been cleared. the mouse on. And you can see the squawk has gone green, which means they have tuned into the correct the correct squawk. It doesn't really do much for me on the ground, but if you're not on the correct squawk, then air controllers can't actually see your speed, altitude, and all your information. You have to be tuned in and squawking mode Charlie as well. Can I do pre-departure clearance on here? No. I haven't got that set up. So you notice, because I've got the Jet 2 here, the GeForce highlighted, and you can see in this bottom left corner here, you can see this call sign. Whenever I type a message, it appends the message with the call sign, comma, space, so you don't have to type that in every time. And occasionally you'll see a controller send the message to the wrong person. It's like, how's he typed in the wrong thing? Not, you've just got the wrong aircraft highlighted, and that's easily done when you're flicking between mouse and keyboard and all the rest of it.
Colors for Mike Alpha on 7.5 with type 7 freighter. EGNX 1018 requesting clearance to John F. Kennedy as filed.
Cogalux for Mike Alpha, East Midlands ground. Hello again. You are cleared to JFK as filed on the Trent 2 November departure, runway 27. Your squawk is 4557 and the local QNH is 1018.
Cleared to John F. Kennedy as filed, Trent 2 November departure, runway 27, 4557, EGNX 1018, Cogalux for Mike Alpha.
Cogalux for Mike Alpha, readback is correct. Push and start is approved at your discretion, facing east. Advise when ready for taxi.
Roger, push is approved at discretion, Cogalux for Cogalux for Mike Alpha.
Okay, so cool. So I've given him his clearance. He's the only chappie over here, and people tend not to spawn over here too much. That guy's just buggered off. So I've gone and cleared him. So we've got the orange dot there, and his status has moved to push, which means that he's been given his push and start clearance. So I can keep track of that. This guy seems to be having interwebs problems. He keeps dropping in and out. Don't know what that's all about. Right, let's see if I can. There we go. That's a bit better. Move that over there. Not that I need the timer, but there it is. So because this guy disconnected and reconnected, it's deleted all his information. So I'm just going to go and re-clear him because nothing has really changed there. Make sure he's not up his flight plan anymore. Testing. What of it? I don't know what software he's using to generate his flight plan, but he's doing VOR nav, which you're making your life hard there, but you can do it. I've done it. I've done VOR nav. across Europe. It was emotional. See this Philippines guy. Yeah, he's not too far away now. He's on his descent. He's around about eyeballing it. He's around about Daventry area, a bit north of there maybe. So he's pretty close in. Is he flying actually? Oh, 320. That's fine. Central apron. Then it'll be going to. Interestingly, he was assigned a squawk, but he's not on it. That's in red. Doesn't really matter for me as a ground controller though. But he's on the inbound list. He'll appear in the arrivals list when he gets a bit closer, and then I can assign him a stand. Right, just going for a quick wee and refill my glass. And the cat's just brought me a mouse. So, bear with me 2 secs, just going for a wee. Back. Sorry about that. Went straight through me. So, I love cats. I have 2 16-year-olds. My old cat back home in Manchester died a week before her 20th birthday, bless her. Can I try and do ATC soon? Yeah, well, I'm doing it now. We've actually finally got some traffic. So I'm going to assign this guy a stand. Oh, he is actually squawking the correct thing now. Already. Yeah. Force it out. Toilet's literally a few meters away, so. This Philippines Exactly, can't be far away. He's sort of round about here. I can't see him because I've only got a limited view radius as a ground controller. Saves the server a little bit. But you can see we've got all greens in the squawk, so people are squawking the right frequencies, so I don't need to do any reminders there. Everyone, these both go, oh my, words. These guys are both cleared, both got good SIDs. The Cargolux has got his push and start clearance already. I'm not going to give push and start clearance to the EGNX straight away because of this incoming A320. As soon as he calls, he'll get it, depending on how quickly this Philippines gets in. Problem with East Mids, yeah, it's not as easy. And people tend not to look at the charts, so you know, if he pushes back there, then I can taxi the guy in stand 10 through. This is taxiway Romeo here, but Sod's Law will come this way and cut across the pan. But we'll see what happens. The wind seems to have calmed down a bit.
On final approach to runway 27.
Okay, that's fine. I can't give landing clearance. Philippines 69er, East Midlands ground, roger. Thank you. It should show up fairly soon. See the dotted lines, and then as he gets on the ground, he'll then show as a plane. Long old flight over to JFK. Looks like he's on short final according to BatSpy. Really have that 20 miles. Knock that down.
Philippines 69er on final approach 27.
That's fine, mate. Philippines 69er East Midlands ground. Thank you for the information. I'm only a ground controller, so I can't give landing clearance.
Philippines 69er clear to land.
I'm a ground controller. I can't give ground landing clearance. Read the Vatsim manual. There he is.
Oh, for my Alpha taxi.
Cargo looks for Mike Alpha, taxi holding point Alpha 2 via Delta, Victor and Alpha.
Mr. Taxi on point Alpha 2, runway 27 via Delta, Victor and Alpha, cargo looks for Mike Alpha, thank you.
So in the scratch pad, Alpha 2, so that's where I've told him to go to, and his status I've changed now to taxi. So if I show you the V-strip screen now, you can see it's starting to make a bit more sense. Philippines 69er, welcome to East Midlands, taxi stand 1010 via Alpha and Romeo.
Taxi to gate 10, can you say again the taxiway?
Yeah, stand 10 via Alpha and Romeo. So that's first left and then third right.
Alpha, then Romeo, first left. First left on Alpha, and then Romeo.
Yep, that's correct.
Thank you.
So stand 10's on there, V-strips is now into taxi, so I can see we've got 2 aircraft taxiing at the moment on here. Obviously it's really easy to see at the moment because it's a quiet airfield, and it's, you know, only single taxiway really. But obviously, you know, somewhere like Gatwick that gets a lot busier and it's very useful to see who's currently moving. Got a broadcast. Enos getting a C1 rating, fantastic. Good luck. Cargo looks for Mike Alpha, no further ATC I'm afraid. Monitor Unicom 122.8. The current winds are 330 degrees 8 knots and the QNH is 1018. Have a good flight.
No further ATC available, runway 122 GFA, cargo looks for Mike Alpha, bye.
Cheers, mate, and it looks like there's absolutely no one on approach, so just looking at VATSpy there. So cargo looks for Mike Alpha, I can push and transfer, so randomly it still says taxi there. That's unfortunately a problem with VATSpy with the Euroscope V-strips plug-in. It doesn't quite handle this correctly, so we can go in manually there and do departure. He's away. One successful aircraft finally handled on the ground here at East Mids. And this Philippines 69er is actually going the right way. Thank you very much, sir. Well done. That's actually quite unusual for people to go the right way at East Mids, so give that man a cookie. Like he's doing a handbrake turn there. Would like pushback clearance. Okay, so GeForce push and start approved, facing east. I hope this Philippines is about to make a hard left turn. Yeah, it looks like he's going there. The stand numbers don't quite line up on here as they are in real life, so that's why it looks like he's sort of between 10 and 11 there. EGNX is pushing, so we can push them across to the pushback thing, which updates on here. Philippines 69er has finished his taxi, so I can push him out as a successful arrival. So the only person I've got in the strip at the moment is GeForce 631, who has had their pushback clearance. You see Samuel, Cargo Lux is just lining up there, runway 27. Approach still looks completely clear. There's absolutely no one anywhere nearby. They should have a nice departure there. Philippines has just gone slew mode back onto Alpha for some reason. That was weird. And now he's just slewed onto the runway. What the hell? Not entirely sure what's going on there. Oh, nice. There he is. Cargo Lux 4 Mike Alpha. Is this guy actually slewing in front of you? What he's doing. There aren't any supervisors on, so no point doing a wallop or anything like that. I assume his sim's just. Why is this guy facing west after he's just read back to me facing east? Yeah, wallops him. Weird. Didn't look like he was trolling until he randomly started doing that, which makes me think the sim was probably going a bit crazy. Okay, cool. Yeah, thanks for coming along, Multigamer. Yeah, so between, what was it, 1 and 4 UK time tomorrow. We'll see if people can not slew mode everywhere and face east when they read back east and not go west, for example. Whatever. I love Vatsim! Yay! That's what happens. Yeah. You're in the UK, awesome. Let's have a look at this latest picture then. Imgur. Oh, lovely. There's Ratcliffe Power Station, just up the road from me. Nice. Nice livery, that. Away he goes. Have a good flight, mate. The wind pushing him off there. He's probably airborne there, but look how much the wind's pushing him up. You can really see it in these top-down views. Oh, he's gone out of my view range now. That's what a 3308 knot wind does. You can't see it when you're flying because you're not obviously looking behind you so much, but... Oh, I've had a reply from that UK. I know what I'm expecting to see. Oh, okay, yeah, we will reply in 3 days. Just an auto reply. Yep, see you, Multigamer. Thanks for coming along, mate. we'll get this GeForce out, and I think we'll call it a day there. I'll go and get some food before I'm going out to the bees this evening. Give them their food. That's not what I want. Taxi RW. Quiet Quebec Alpha. So when he requests, it's there ready to go. Just need to hit enter. Don't know if you can see that down there. Don't know if the resolution's good enough, but hopefully it is. And I'll just move them across on V-strips, which will change the status to taxi. So yeah, this is very quiet. Normally I would do this not streaming, and be getting on with other things really, because you can do controlling whilst, you know, playing another game or something like that. There he is. Lovely. Very nice indeed. Very nice. So how confident are we then that this GeForce can go the correct way? I assume he just hit the wrong button on push. It's not a big deal here. It's not busy. There's no one else here. Fine. Okay. Excuse me. As soon as we've handed this chappie off, that'll be us. Got any other traffic? No. Basil Baby's now on Manchester. Cracking name, that. Oh, come on, chap. There he is. Control problems, no worries. Don't know if you're watching the stream or not. Yeah, Quality Wing 7.5. I've thought about getting it actually, but I must say I've not heard good things. But it is a BA Classic, so I would love to get it, but just everyone says it's not good. Real shame. Look, it does look alright though. No, well, how much was it? Hold on. Buy it. What's this? Buy now. £20 and 55 pence. Too bad, really. But yeah, everyone says it's buggy and causes issues. There he is, GeForce 631. He's on alpha, going the right way. That's good. Well done. We'll just wait for him to get past uniform, which is the westerly entrance into the east apron. We'll hand him over to Unicom, and that'll be us for the day. I'll go out and look after the bees. That'll do for me. Okay, closing. He's handed off to Unicom so I can push him to departure. Departure on there. And we are off and away. He's disconnected from me, so he's gone over to Unicom, so I'll disconnect from Vatsim now. Thank you very much for watching. I massively look forward to tomorrow. Remember, between 1 and 4 UK time, we'll be on Manchester ground. Hopefully it will be a good bit more busy there. It normally is over in Manchester. And yeah, I'll have all the chats printed out and stuff, so hopefully don't make a complete and utter fool of myself on stream and online. But thank you very much for stopping by. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. This will be going up on the YubTubs, as will tomorrow's anyway, in case you do miss it. Oh, we've got one last one from Sam. Let's have a quick look, see at that. imgur.com/ and there's the tag. And there it is. What a nice way to finish the stream with a lovely picture of a Cargo Lux 777. Thank you very much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Toodle.